What's approaching the supreme moment? Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's good? For those wondering what I was doing the last 24 hours since I didn't upload, I ended up picking back up on the Family Kamehameha Extreme Z Battle event and pushing a little bit further. So we're on 170 and we'll try and get to the goal of level or stage 200. It's been a goal of mine since I hit 150 last time it was around. So this time though, since then, my team has improved quite a bit. Great Ape Turles is now 100%. Bojack is at 90%, and we do have the Dokkan Awakened World Tournament Final Form Cooler. So we'll go over the cards one by one. So this guy's maxed out, level 14, additional attack, level 12 criticals. Very nice because of the Great Ape buffs. Again, this guy is at 90%, also same potential level skills. This guy's at SA level 1 and no dupes. Unfortunately, if I do, I'm definitely going to max his SA. This is my Rainbow Tapion unit. Going to be one of the clutch units on here, and obviously the Turles unit that I borrowed. And this is also the 100% potential Golden Frieza. And again, my Turles has no dupes, so a little bit of a disadvantage there. But this team is very, very nice. Pretty much can build a movie boss team within the agility types, and since they do have advantage against the Goku at this point in the Extreme Z battle stage. And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, it's ridiculously, I wouldn't say difficult. It's just all about luck. I mean, it really is. Like right off the bat, when the event starts, I can usually tell if I'm gonna be able to clear it or not based on the units in the rotation, like the first two rotations. So it's pretty important to have Tapion at least show up in the second rotation. That way, based on the amount of damage taken, immediately can go into the giant form. And since the additional attacks and criticals and also the potential system buffs are now active in giant or Great Ape form or rage mode, it's certainly beneficial now, and it makes things a lot easier, especially with the additional attacking criticals kicking in with the Hirudegarn unit. It's going to make quite a bit of a difference. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to push myself a little bit further and see how much further I could actually get, because again, the Great Apes and Giants got a massive update to where the criticals and additional attacks will kick in. So you'll see that throughout this video where not only is the power output much higher, you see there for 3.2 million in damage with the crit, and then the additional attacks also kicking in when you're lucky. Again, it really does come down to RNG, because sometimes they'll get criticals and additional attacks, and sometimes they absolutely won't get any of it. So it really does come down to luck, but the overall damage output has definitely increased because the potential level, skills or increases to stats are now active as well. So yeah, it makes things a little bit interesting. Again, it still does come down to luck at the end of the day, and it definitely took a lot of retries, restarts, because again, it really is important on which units show up first rotation as well as the second. So we're able to clear stage 170 on that one, and we'll kind of progressively work throughout the video and kind of show you not much changes between 170 to 200. Honestly, it just the damage each of the units take increases little by little, and the overall damage that Goku ends up taking also does get more and more difficult. But the problem is looking for a Turles friend too. So the alternative option is to use a Tapion friend, since really it comes down to Great Ape Turles and the Tapion unit to provide as much damage as possible. That's really the two units that I relied on to be able to clear these events. So that's pretty much the format, and yeah, I mean, it's definitely not easy. I'm not saying it is by any means. So this is stage 190, so 10 more levels close to 200. At this point, I was like, God damn, can I not just get a smooth run and clear stages? Because it did take, like, there were certain levels where I would be stuck for quite a bit, and I would have to keep retrying it. But and then on the contrary, there were segments or portions where I would just move up a level one by one, pretty easily. So that's where I say it's all about RNG. Like Tapion is such an important unit at this point because of not only the giant form where you're pretty much taking no damage and being able to hit for a lot, but he also does reduce damage taken as well. So even though he himself, without the transformation, doesn't really provide much damage potential, the overall balance that he brings is worthwhile. And you saw there with the super attack against Cooler, he took about 190,000. So even with type advantage and event advantages, it's ridiculous at this point. It's a lot of fun though. At the end of the day, it's always nice to be able to test yourself and see how further you can actually get. And that's where I get some enjoyment out of, I guess. But it's definitely difficult at this point. It's definitely really nice though that the giant categories are hitting for a lot more, and also the additional attacks and criticals kick in now. It's I mean, that's where it's at. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely a lot of fun to see that happen and how crazy they can actually perform now. So again, it's really reliant on Hirudegarn to provide as much damage as possible, and sometimes you'll get lucky and get actually 3 rotations once he transforms, but most of the time it is based on that average of 2 rotations. So you got to maximize the damage as much as possible within those turns of rotation. So it's definitely nerve-wracking a little bit, because how much damage you're going to end up taking afterwards. Like the HP levels are going to be low once the transformation's over. Like obviously he doesn't transform until HP goes below 50%, so no ability to heal items or use any support items. So it's definitely it's definitely a little bit worrisome when when you're not hitting for as much as you want to. So that was 190. So it's like pretty much at this point it was 9 more levels. I was like, come on, let's just get to it. So finally reached level stage 200, and that's pretty much what my goal was. I'm not gonna go any further at this point. I'm probably just gonna hold off and just stick it at stage 200. It's also nice, I didn't show it in the video per se, but they do show you the ranks between your friends on the Extreme Z Battle events, and it was pretty funny seeing my rank at this point where I'm at like 199 or 200, and then like I think my next friend was maybe at like 100 or something. So besides that, it was like all the level 40s, that kind of thing. But I should probably be able to hold this off for quite some time. I don't think I'll get surpassed in terms of the friends list, hopefully. But I'm definitely satisfied, extremely satisfied at stage 200. So this is actually a pretty good start. Tapion and Golden Frieza both have the ability to tank, and pretty much not going to take a whole lot of damage. This is actually good because I am going to be able to see Tapion come back around in order to basically transform. So expecting to take some damage here because of Great Ape Turles. Even though he has an advantage, he still takes quite a bit, like probably at least 60,000 in damage. So this is again the double lead Tapion team setup, and not the Turles double leads. I got to the point where I made it interchangeable, and a lot of it does come down to luck, but having 2 Tapions definitely does have its advantages. You're essentially looking at 3 units that can transform, including the Great Ape Turles. So Great Ape Turles does hit for a pretty decent amount also when transformed. I think on average he'll be able to hit around like 1.7 million maybe a little bit more with the critical, but not to the extent of Hirudegarn. So basically I set it up leading up to this to make sure and guarantee that I would at least get 2 supers once he transformed. It was more important for me to maximize damage within these rotations versus the other units, getting their supers. So that's pretty much how to prioritize attack at this point, because each attack does make a significant difference, especially when he's in this form. So very, very good start to the transformation. 3 guaranteed supers pretty much, and then additional attacks where applicable, and hopefully some criticals like there. 3.2 million will definitely help out tremendously. Should be able to get another super here, looks to be the case, and if lucky, we'll get another one too. So definitely getting lucky with the RNG, with the not only the rotations, but also the orbs and keys showing up on the map. So some of the time, sometimes for me it was difficult to even get a super attack with this guy because the orbs on the field absolutely sucked. You know what I mean? So it's definitely a lot to do with luck. I'm kind of glad it's over with now. So pretty much almost there. Additional attack kicked in and pretty much a done deal. So finally cleared stage 200, and to me, that's a pretty big achievement. I'm pretty proud of myself for getting to this level, and I know plenty of people have gone even further, but I wanted to test myself, and definitely happy that I was able to beat stage 200. Definitely thanks a lot to that dude for lending the 100% Tapion. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So that was the summary of level stage 200 with the Family Kamehameha EZA Extreme Z Battle event. So thanks for watching, and definitely stay tuned.